What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Man, I've been really feeling the candy. I did that black licorice recipe. I actually did this recipe up for a friend of mine. Oh, man, candy is really, really good when you nail it. When you nail that sticky, sweet texture that candy has, it just kind of sticks to your mouth. It's like, that's something that's super duper annoying in real life when candy like gets stuck in your teeth or gets stuck inside your mouth. But like, that's something in vape that's like, you want that. You want that candy to stick inside your mouth. Yeah, boy. Anyway, this recipe is called Lolli, and it's a blue raspberry lollipop, and I made it for my buddy, and it is absolutely delicious. And let me tell you, it is all made possible by this flavor right here. It's not super new anymore, but it is FLV Blue Raspberry, and it is bassy, it is sticky, it is sweet, it tastes like blue raspberry, and for the longest time, you couldn't get blue raspberry right because we didn't have the flavors that were necessary to really nail that delicious, sticky blue raspberry flavor. You ended up with, I don't know, like a sour blueberry flavor or like a tart raspberry flavor. It never really screamed blue raspberry to me until FLV Blue Raspberry came out. Flavor is absolutely delicious, banging texture, 1% in this recipe. We are gonna pair that up with 6% of Liquid Barn Blue Raspberry, which is kind of just my hands down favorite blue raspberry flavor. To me, this really tastes authentic about, it's like what blue raspberry candy is really, really all about. So I feel like those two flavors together make an excellent blue raspberry. You get that delicious, dark, tart, sour, artificial tasting candy in your face with that sticky, sweet texture from the FLV Blue Raspberry. And then, to really kind of seal the deal, this is honestly like my favorite toy for doing blue raspberry because this flavor really, like, it's inspired me so many times before, and it's like so deceptive. You would never expect that Capella blue raspberry cotton candy would be so versatile, but it really is. I have a what is it called, Crunchberry cereal that uses this as the blueberry note because I feel like when you push this flavor up to like 6%, you get like an AP note, and I think it's coming from that ethyl maltol that's in there. But it really reminded me of cereal, so it inspired me to make a Captain Crunch cereal using this flavor, and it worked really, really well because it wasn't too sticky or sweet. It didn't weigh down that cereal texture with a bunch of candy. It just kind of sat in there, and it's what gives this that lollipop texture. Like I said, banging recipe. 3 ingredients, 9%. Add 0.5% of Capella Super Sweet. It's delicious blue raspberry candy. Yeah, boy. Lolli. There she is. Blue raspberry candy. That bottle I just made for my buddy. This bottle I've had sitting around steeping for, let me see, I made it on 127. So it's been steeping for about a week, and the texture is fully developed. It's delicious. I just keep coming back. So many times before I have been kind of marred by blue raspberry because a lot of I hate it when that happens. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First world problems here. You see what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's gravity or what, but like the liquid pools up around the top of the cap for some reason. And then every time you try to go to drip, like, oh, you just get that drop that falls off. Super annoying. That specific thing has got to be the most annoying thing about dripping. Man, you know what? If that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm doing pretty good. I like that saying. I like that saying a lot. Things that depressed people say 101. Okay, that was something that I told myself a lot when I was in a deep, deep depression. It is something that kind of kept me going. In fact, if I wouldn't have told myself that over and over and over again, I might not have made it out to the other side. If this is the worst thing that happens to me today, I am doing good. But there's also very negative things that depressed people say, like, I can't, right? Or I would be better if it's all my fault. That's something that I told myself a lot when I was depressed. It's all my fault. And you know, at the end of the day, here's what it is. People make choices. And those people that make those choices have to bear the consequences of those. But that doesn't matter for anybody else. Yes, your decisions can impact other people, but if you are not walking around with a bunch of anger in your heart, if you're not walking around with a bunch of hatred for X, Y, and Z in your heart, the things that other people say and do, you have the ability to not let any of that affect you. Okay, so when I first started therapy, one of the things that we did was, it's called ego building, right? So I picked somebody from my imagination, from whatever, somebody who had influenced me in my life, that was kind of like the person that I wanted to become. And I chose Johnny Depp's character, Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. And the reason why I picked that is because that guy, he just does not care. He just does not care. And that's kind of really where I wanted to be, because I felt like I was caring too much. There was a whole lot of that. It's all my fault. It would be better if I was carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. Absolutely nothing that I could do about it. And I really, really needed to break free, right? I needed to be Captain Jack Sparrow and just free myself from all of that worry. And so, when we did that in therapy, we went back and we, reenacted embarrassing moments for me, or we reenacted things that were traumatic for me, but we inserted Captain Jack Sparrow into the memories, and it really did help. It might sound unusual if you've never done any kind of intense psychotherapy before, but it really, really helped. We reenacted this scene from when I was a teenager that was really, really embarrassing for me, and instead of me, Captain Jack Sparrow was put in my place, and it was just like, oh, well, okay, because he just doesn't care. And that actually worked for me. It helped me, kind of get out of that rut of like, this is my fault, or I could have done all of these things to make this thing better. And I never would have thought in a million years that I could just go back to a memory from, decades ago and insert Jack Sparrow in there. And then that memory would be all better, patched up, no more problems. I don't have to remember that anymore. Captain Jack Sparrow took care of it. I wasted so much time focusing on every single little detail, trying to line everything up and make everything perfect. And you can't. As a human being, you just cannot. And you really have to live in the moment and kind of go with it. You should absolutely have goals. You should absolutely reach for them and do everything that you can to try to achieve those goals. But at the end of the day, you are only responsible for your own decisions. The only thing that you have control of is what you say, think, and do, and you can't worry about what anybody else says, thinks, or does. For me, personally, Captain Jack Sparrow is what set me free, what allowed me to kind of relax and just allow things to happen, really kind of live in the moment and enjoy delicious blue raspberry lollipop flavored e-liquid. And you can do that too. Listen, if I can do this, you can absolutely do this. You can never have to worry about not being able to go down the street to get the things that you need to stay off of cigarettes. You can buy flavors. You can make your own delicious blue raspberry lollipop flavored liquid. Listen, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on that notification button so that I get to annoy you every time I upload a video. Like, comment, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Where's the rum?